You know, if you think that my movie reviews are too positive, well, it's just because I picked good movies to review, you know? But yeah, I have also seen quite a number of bad movies during my lifetime as a human being. And today I'm going to do a review on The Last Airbender by the infamous director M. Night Shyamalan, who I did a review on Split, which I love, one of my favorite movies of 2017, but I think it's released in 2016. Am I right? A little bit confusing. Anyway, M. Night Shyamalan, he had made amazing movies such as Signs, The Sixth Sense, Unbreakable, and then Split. And he had also made movies like The Village and The Happening, which isn't like super terrible, but still, The Lady of the Water is also underwhelming of a movie. But this, oh, damn. This is the definition of terrible. Like, actually terrible. Like, when you watch The Village and The Happening, like, at least you can kinda defend M. Night Shyamalan. But watching this movie, you have to admit it's trash. It's trash. You know, I can talk about every flaw about this movie for like straight up half an hour, but I'm just gonna be a little bit more simple on this video. You can watch the nostalgia critic video if you want to get an in-depth review of this movie, which is incredibly hilarious of a review as well. Despite their recent drama, you know what I'm talking about. It's still an extremely funny video. Go check it out. Link in the description. Anyway, let's start off by talking about how over dramatic this movie is. It's so dramatic. It's cringy. Like, if you want to make the tone of a movie and the mood and the atmosphere of a movie dramatic and tense and tight, you need a very strong and convincing build-up. You need characters that you actually root for. You need events that actually hits you in the heart. And this movie, it does not do that whatsoever. And it already gets super dramatic right at the beginning. Oh yeah, did I even tell you about the plot? Anyway, yeah, the plot. I'm sorry. I skipped ahead of myself. This movie is based on the famous and amazing television show Avatar. And it's basically about, the world. It's split into 4 different nations: fire, wind, water, earth. And each nation has their own people, of course. And people can bend, like people from Fire Nation can bend fire. People from wind, oh, I'm sorry, it's air, right? Air. People from Air Nation can bend air. They can make like windstorms, like hurricanes and stuff. People in Earth Nation, they can like make lands flip and make, I don't know, earthquakes or something. And you know what I'm talking about. And then there are also people called avatars, and they are basically super people who can bend all 4 of these elements. And in this movie, in this story as well, the world is ruled by Fire Nation, which is evil, bad. Fire Nation, bad. I hate fire, bad. And then Avatar somehow wakes up from freezing in the ice for like years or something. And then we have the good guys, the main good guys from the Water Nation, the Water Tribes. What's the name of the characters again? There's a girl who's about the age of the Avatar. So the main character, the ultimate good guy, he's this, I don't know, 10-year-old, 11-year-old boy. His name is Ong. He's an Avatar, really powerful, yada yada. And then this girl from the Water Tribe is called Katara. Her brother is Sokka. Sounds Finnish for some reason. And then we have the bad guys at Fire Nation. We have Dev Patel from Slumdog Millionaire. Amazing movie by Danny Boyle. I will do a review of that very soon. Anyway, back on track. He's playing Zuko. And then there's this ultimate bad guy, which is Zuko's dad. And that is General Zhao. And we also have other characters that I completely forgot. Because the characters in this movie, they are really, really, really forgettable. They are really flat, unchanged characters that does not have any development whatsoever throughout the movie. And not only that, they are really bland as a character. Not only that, they are really bland characters. Like, even if they don't develop throughout the movie, like, fine, whatever. But the characters in this movie, they are really, really bland. They don't actually do much. They're actually quite lame. Like, for example, like Katara. Like, there's this scene where the Fire Nation went to look for Avatar, of course, because Fire Nation hates the Avatar, Aang. And then there's a bunch of, like, Earth tribes in that scene. And then that girl was like, fight back! And he pushed this fire soldier backwards, and that's all she did. And in the TV show, it's completely not like that. Katara is a way more interesting character. But in here, damn, she's lame. She's lame. And then we have Sokka, her brother. In the show, Sokka has an amazing sense of humor, and it makes his character really lively. In this movie, it's pretty much the opposite of that. Sokka's always serious, like, oh wow, everyone's gonna die. Oh, our world is coming to an end. Oh no, it's too late. We must fight back.
No one is taking anybody away.
Please wait here.
Like, speaking of over dramatic action, again, this movie, it's so dramatic. It tries so hard to be, like, epic serious. It's cringy. Like, people are so serious. Like, they were gathering around in a tent and they were eating fish. Like, yes, this fish is good, but we're gonna die tonight. The acting as well, oh my gosh, monotone. Every single character, except for, I guess, Dev Patel. He's kind of the best actor in here, and his uncle is also the best. I mean, his character's uncle is also kind of the best acted characters in this movie. But still, I mean, most of the characters in here, the characters are bland, but the performance of the actors, they are also bland as well. Really monotone acting. Like, wow. We need to get out of here now. We are in danger. Run, go. And then there's another scene where they're surrounded by, like, the fire soldiers. We need to fight back. We need to fight back. We need to bring justice to this world. And the plot, it's nonsense. Okay, it's nonsense. I'm not just talking about. I'm not talking about the overall plot. I'm talking about the little scenes, okay? Like, there's... like, this scene, again, that Earth Tribe scene, jeez, that's one of the worst scenes ever made in history in the 21st century. Oh my gosh, like again, the Fire Nation, the Fire Soldiers are here, and then, Aang and Katara and Sokka got everyone in the Earth Tribe to, like, fight back the Fire Nation. And then we get, like, 6 men marching to get one piece of rock thrown at a soldier. And it didn't even kill him.
I'm a little teapot, short and stout.
you put that away, like, in that scene, the Earth people were meant to be, like, imprisoned. In the show, they were in a giant ship, but in this movie, they were, like, camping. And it doesn't look like they're being imprisoned. It doesn't look like they're being forced. It looks like they're having a great time. And oh my gosh, should I even spoil the ending for you? The ending is, I mean, like, okay, like, the moon somehow dies. Like like Zuko, the main bad guy, okay, somehow killed like the moon spirit which is inside a fish, and then the moon dies, and then another person who Sokka was in love with sacrificed herself, and then the moon's alive again. You know, it could be a great scene, okay? But this character, this this character, this water character who Sokka was in love with, was just introduced in the last act of the movie. Like, she was just there, and then no development, no important dialogue whatsoever, and then she just ends in a very quote to quote glorious way. And man, can we just talk about the hairstyle of that water princess? It looks like a dick. It looks like a dick. I'm just gonna say it. It looks like a fucking dick. And then we also get the classic M. Night Shyamalan twist, which is an okay twist, I guess, but it's really confusing because after the twist, it seems like the twist had never happened, and I don't know what's going on. And then like there's this person, okay, Blue Spirit, okay, and and Blue Spirit, helped Aang somehow to break out of like imprisonment of the Fire Nation or something, and then later on, that the same person, the Blue Spirit, chased after Aang and wanted to kill him, and they both had this super lame and anticlimactic Tom and Jerry hide and seek. And the dialogues, they are painfully boring in this movie. Like, for most of the dialogues in this movie, they are simply explaining what the hell's going on, okay? You don't explain details of the lore and the plot to the viewers by dialogue. You explain them through action, through simple, I guess, imageries. You don't explain them through dialogues. Instead, people should use dialogues for character developments, for intense moments as well. This movie has zero of those. Zero. But the effects are decent, and the lore is actually really good. M. Night Shyamalan didn't write the lore, okay? It's adapted from the TV show that I just mentioned. The lore is really good though, and it could have been really interesting. This movie actually had a lot of potential, but it's all wasted. It's all wasted. 4 elements and people like fighting against the Fire Nation, and this movie actually explores every single like element, and I guess that's one of the better things about this movie. But still, I mean, they wasted a great, interesting lore on a very trashy movie with a terrible, weak-ass script. When I first watched this movie, I was really young. I didn't watch it like the year after it's released. I think I watched it like a few years later, I think. And at that time, I wasn't too experienced with movies, and that's why I actually low-key liked the movie at first. But now that I have grown, to know movies and to know what's good and what's bad, this movie, it's trash. It's trash. But simply because of the effects and the lore. Oh yeah, by the way, that pet thing that Ong has, that stupid, ugly pet thing, even though it simply does nothing, the effects are great. Yeah. This movie, The Last Airbender by M. Night Shyamalan, it's trash. And I'm gonna be generous, and I'm giving it a 1 out of 10. So, have you listened? Have you watched The Last Airbender? Classic movie. Go watch it. From 1 to 10, how much would you rate it? Hate if you hate it, but still like the video if you like it. Subscribe if you want more. Like the video if you like the video. Hate the movie if you hate the movie. Don't get mixed up. Goodbye. My dentist said I shouldn't eat gum, but fuck that. I haven't but chewed gum for a very, very long time. And we don't have much of these type of gum in Hong Kong. So, these sliced gums, I'll definitely chew it.